For those of you that don't know, I am entering my 8th year since leaving the corporate space and having a full focus on my business. So I was in Fortune 500s as a brand strategist for a decade, working in the UK, working in Australia, working in Switzerland on some of the biggest global consumer brands in the world. And when I had my first daughter back in 2018, I left for maternity leave and I didn't go back. So I've never been what you could call full time in my business because I started my business around my 9 to 5 and then I've had kids since. But in these 8 years, it has been a full intention where it's been my sole intention. And in the last 4 years alone, my business has brought in more than $2 million in revenue in a part-time business. So the focus of what I want to share today is all about this concept of ease, because ease has been absolutely integral to me being able to do what I have done and continue to do what I do around two little ones. As a sales and messaging strategist, running multiple programs for clients, with clients all over the world, having worked with clients in more than 80 different niches and industries, well over 1,000 clients by now in terms of the numbers I have impacted with my work. And I felt really, really called and inspired today to come on live and share something that just came to me this morning because I have had many, many, many times in my business where it has not felt easeful. And I think we all crave ease, right? And we see other people talking about ease, how to have more effortlessness in their businesses. Effortlessness in sales is something I talk about myself. And I want to touch on this because it's so critical to grasp the nuances behind the concept of ease for every single one of us. So, what I mean by this is when we start a new year, there's a lot of emotions surrounding what we're looking to call in 2026 in this instance, what we want to leave behind, let go of. And there's this surge of emotions. Let me know if this is the case for you, where there's excitement, there's buzz, there's these limitless possibilities, and there can feel like there's this huge, expansive opportunity. But with that comes a sense of feeling totally lost in just how expansive those opportunities can be, right? And feeling like we're kind of stepping into this huge void. And whether we had a killer 2025 and are now in that sense of, oh my God, how do I keep it up? Or how do I build on this? How do I go beyond this? Or we feel like 2025 just kind of fell flat and we're like, how do I reset? What do I need to do differently? What do I need to shift? There's this mix from most, if not all of us, of both excitement and that nervousness. There's that nervous energy, okay? And there can be those undercurrents of comparison that start cropping up when you see people already surging ahead on socials, kicking off the new year. They're already launching new things, and we're like, shit, I'm already behind. Let me know if that resonates at all for any of you. Like, shit, I was just gonna have some downtime for a bit longer, and everyone's charging ahead doing things. I'm gonna miss out if I don't already know what I'm doing, if I don't already start kicking goals. And so I want to touch on this because it can be tempting for the ego to tell us that we might be doing something wrong if it doesn't feel easeful all the time in our business, right? We're somehow missing the mark if other people are making it look easier, or if it seems that it is easier for them and it's not for us. Okay. So we can crave ease in our business and yet not feel like we're actually experiencing it, right? That's the very real reality that so many of us can be in at one moment or another and multiple times throughout a year as well. And there are a number of important concepts that we have to recognize when we talk about this concept of ease and easeful and effortlessness. Firstly, what does ease mean to you specifically? Right? Because the focus around how we're even interpreting ease, easeful, effortlessness is wildly different from one business to another. It's going to be different based upon who you are, your personality, how you like to do things. It's going to be different for you based on your stage and season of life, of what's going on for you. You know, the concept of ease for me as a mom of two little ones is very, very different to clients of mine who have older kids, clients of mine who don't have any kids. And that's okay. But what we don't want to be doing is comparing ourselves to someone else's version of ease and trying to replicate their business model or their way of showing up or their approach to selling when they're chasing a different version to us, right? They're embracing, calling in, desiring a different version of ease to us. So, ease to me is all about flexibility. I need flexibility. I need spaciousness in my schedule. I want to be there for my daughters in the mornings when they're getting ready for school, when they come home. At the end of the day, I want to be there for their concerts and their play dates and the birthday parties. And I want my weekends to be free. That's my version of ease that I'm cultivating in my business. And so my business model accordingly is going to look very, very different versus someone else's version of ease that might be the ability to be totally spontaneous, hop on a plane tomorrow at a moment's notice, say yes to an incredible in-person experience and opportunity. And there's an ease with that as well. The two are wildly different, right? So ease is not something you arrive at once everything else is working. Ease is something that you choose even while things are unfolding in your business. And this is one of the most important messages I want to share with you today because ease is an intention, it's a focus, it's a mindset, it's an energy. We can choose ease even when things don't feel like they're working. We can choose a sense of ease even when things are taking longer than we anticipated or feeling harder than we thought they would, right? And there's an ease in detaching from what we can't control. We can choose that ease. There's an ease in receiving a lesson through a challenge that we didn't anticipate having to navigate and just being totally open to the lesson and the ease with which we receive that lesson to support us to take the next step. There's an ease with that, right? There's an ease in acceptance that we might need to expand a timeline or we might need to pivot or refine or optimize. There's an ease we can choose in which the way in which we do that. So there's definitely the mindset piece, which is just so important. And then, of course, there is a strategic decision, right? So there are things we need to put in place that enable more ease in our business. Okay, we don't just wake up and then all of a sudden things just flow in, right? The ease that you experience or perceive from others, the ease with which I describe when I'm talking about effortless sales and getting an easy yes, is deliberately designed. Ease in our business is deliberately, intentionally designed. It doesn't just happen. Okay, and there may be some work that we consider to be hard work to put in the foundational pieces that enable that ease, that streamline things, that automate things, that clarify things, which bring more ease. And we can still choose ease in the moments where those elements are unfolding, are implementing, are executing, are integrating. So we get to choose ease in how we do things every single day, so long as that is a focused intention. And then the strategic side of things, in terms of how we approach our business models, again, that's going to look different from one person to another, from one business to another, right? Because there's ease in how we choose to show up consistently, right? That might look like automating things, pre-recording things, having team support. For others, it might look like literally, I'm showing up live today because I feel called to share something and I don't want to over prepare, over plan, overthink it. I just want to do it. And there's an ease with that. But for someone else, that's like terrifying. The ease comes with more preparation, more considered approaches, pre-recording things versus going live. It's the same with your offers, right? There can be ease in deciding that we want to indulge in spontaneous, impulsive, creative urges because we're super multi-passionate and super multifaceted, and we want to offer different experiences to multiple different people in our space and audience and community. And so our version of ease in our offer model might be multiple experiences throughout a year that we deliver. Other people's version of that same ease in their business model, in their offer portfolio, is going to be fewer, bigger, better approach, simpler, a few core things they're going to drill down on, double down on, and potentially with the emphasis on evergreen, more automations, less of them needed or required, right? And so you need to choose what your version of that ease is, because that's what's going to influence the action steps you take to create that business and that very experience of it. So it needs to be, obviously, as with everything else, that blend of mindset, of energy, and strategy to create the ease. Same with the team, right? Some people's version of more ease is hiring more people to take more on board, to outsource more. And there's an ease with that. Other people, there's complexity with too many people. They actually want to have a leaner team, and there's more ease in that. So, the reason that I really wanted to emphasize this today is because it's so easy to get caught in that comparison trap, right? And I'm already hearing it, sensing it, feeling that energy from some people in my feed and some people in my audience and some of the conversations I'm having in the DMs. There's like, oh God, the year's already started and I don't really know what I'm doing yet, or I'm not sure what the right direction to go in is. And we see others who seemingly have it all figured out, all in place. And the reality is that every single person has a different concept of ease and needs to design with that intention in mind so that every person's business is designed on their own terms. That's the only way I've been able to hit the financial milestones I have in a part-time business with a very lean capacity, going through COVID with a newborn in lockdown, interstate moves, my daughter starting school. There's been big personal things going on behind the scenes. My daughter was hospitalized unexpectedly a couple of years ago, and that just, ground everything to a halt for that moment in time, right? And so, again, flexibility and simplicity in my business model has been absolutely essential. And then finally, there is the ease in which we sell, the ease in which we attract, the easy yes that we ignite. There's nothing more magical than getting that pinch me moment of a DM of someone reaching out saying, hey, I want to join your program. Hey, I want to work with you. Hey, where do I sign up? And clients repeatedly emphasize just how literally magical is the word they use. Oh my God, it was like magic, Holly. They just literally reached out of nowhere and they paid in full and they bought on the spot. This is also deliberately designed. There's a deliberate intention to how we are putting out our offers, how we are showing up online, our messaging, our positioning that enables that type of result. It's not luck of the draw. It's not coincidence. It's not some people just have that energy. No, it's deliberately intentional. And the ease of someone choosing you, the easier you make it for them to choose you, the easier the sale becomes. The sale takes care of itself, right? It's a total win-win. But that comes down to you focusing intentionally and strategically on the clarity that's needed in your offers and your messaging so that the right people can find you easily, connect with you easily, know in a heartbeat's worth of time that you're the one they've been searching for. There's ease in that. There's ease in their decision as a result of that. But it comes down to your own inner conviction and how you're owning your brilliance, yes, energetically, and the clarity of how you are positioning your offer, how you're describing it so they can see it's the bridge from where they are today to where they want to be. It's relevant because you know exactly who you're speaking to and who you're offering it to. And it resonates because people see themselves in what you're sharing. So ease is individual, first and foremost. It's deliberately designed and intentional. And it's that blend of mindset, energy, and strategy. I would love to know in the comments, what does ease in 2026 actually mean for you? What does it look like, feel like, sound like for you? And I would love you to share it for the just one reason that we can all see how wildly different it is for each other and stop feeling like we need to hold ourselves to someone else's version or chase someone's cookie cutter templated method to success, because success is by design. Success is deliberately on our terms. And it's liberating. The ease comes when we let go of the feeling that we need to do it in a certain way. Oh, I could actually do it this way, right? That is the expansiveness of possibilities that are limitless for 2026. You choosing how. you create, you choosing how you deliver, how you serve, how you impact. So I wanted to offer two opportunities today, two invitations to create more ease in how you are selling right now and how you are attracting the right people into your world, how we can create these win-wins of making it easy for them to find the people they have been searching for, the solutions they want, the expertise and guidance they crave, and help you to be seen as that no-brainer choice. So there's two options I have for one-on-one support right now that I wanted to offer. And I do have longer term, more extended, deeper dive one-on-one. I also have my magnetic selling group mentorship for those of you that want to go beyond this. But for those of you that just really are resonating with what I'm saying today and you just want that clarity around your direction of how to create more ease in your business, in your selling in 2026, and you just want that catalyst, that activation to help make this happen, then I have two awesome opportunities to get support with me. Now, because this is one-on-one, there'll be very, very limited spots. First option, which is not something I ever normally offer, is a 60-minute one-on-one session with me, which is literally just for those of you that just want to have a conversation where you can pick my brain, soundboard with me. What might you be missing? What might be overlooking in terms of creating more ease in how you sell and how you show up and how you are seen as that no-brainer choice to your ideal clients who are looking to buy, who are looking to invest, who are looking to move, who are leaning in but not yet committing and signing up. So this will be a one-on-one conversation. You'll bring your biggest priority where it comes to selling with more ease in your business, and we will nut out there and then on the spot the exact strategic shifts that you can make to bring in more ease, to make it easier for people to choose you. So that's the first option. That's $397 US. As I said, I don't normally offer this as a one-off, so this is very limited spots. This second option, for those of you that want a deeper dive, is my 7-day one-on-one accelerator. This is a hugely popular package because we can cover so much and get really quick win results in a very short space of time. So my 7-day one-on-one, it is a 7-day package and it has a 90-minute one-on-one deep dive. Before the session itself, you'll complete a questionnaire where I'll already have the context on your business, on your biggest challenges, your goals, your priorities, your people, your audience, your offers. I will have already done the scoping of your online presence. I'll already be able to see where the biggest untapped opportunities are to create sales with more ease in 2026 for you before we even have this conversation. And then in the 90-minute deep dive, we'll zone out on your bigger, juicy vision for the year ahead and just ensure that you've got the right strategic things in place to support you on that trajectory. And then we'll zone straight into the nitty-gritty executional details. You'll have my eyes in the details of your biggest priority where it comes to selling with more ease. That might look like your messaging. Often clients bring messaging. It might be the overarching brand messaging, just really articulating, expressing who you serve, how you impact, how you help, so that in that heartbeat's worth of time, you're making it easy for people to say yes to you. It might be your launch strategy. It might be your offer portfolio. It might be your sales process. It might be your pitch and just really refining how you articulate your offer in a way that feels aligned and creates that instant yes response. So you can bring whatever priority focus that you have to this call, and that will be the focus for the 7 days. So post the call, we'll then have 7 days of private messaging support over Voxer. You'll have my eyes in the detail as you implement what we discuss. You'll have my tracked change inputs in a Google Doc of up to 1,000 words of copy. You want my support on your messaging, and this is where I will be able to give personalized recommendations on what to enhance, optimize, refine, and I'll explain why I'm making the suggestions I am from a sales psychology perspective. So you're also developing that skill set of just eliminating the guesswork for clients and for you when it comes to selling more effortlessly. And you'll get the recording, you'll get the transcript, and I'll also add in any relevant training resources that help you implement in your specific chosen area. This also includes, as part of the prep work that I do, an online audit of your online presence, where I'll look at your socials, I'll look at your website, I'll look at your priority offer sales page, and I'll immediately be able to offer you recommendations on, again, those biggest untapped opportunities where you can make it easier for you to be seen as that no-brainer choice to your audience. So that's the 7-day one-on-one, and that's $1,500. So two options, 60-minute one-on-one call where we can just nut something out with me to support you and soundboard around that priority area, get clarity, understand how to unlock more ease, or you can do the 7-day one-on-one and that's 1,500. So comment below with any questions, send me a DM. If you would like to snap up one of the spots, I would be thrilled to support you. Regardless, I hope that what I've shared today has left you with some meaningful food for thought as how you enter and embrace 2026. Lots of love.